Okay, today folks, we are out in, is this Greens Point?
No, this is Cutten Green.
Out in Cutten Green, wherever that is, somewhere west of Greens Point, near 249 in the Beltway. And we've got bees up here in this narrow little soffit. It's not all that common that we get them in there because it is a narrow little space, but you can see they're not all in the soffit. Quite a bit of them are outside. So I'm guessing just because they're so hot. It's been, you know, in the mid-90s all week long. I'm guessing they're just clustered up outside because they're so hot. But I'm going to jump up there and get all these that are on the outside vacuumed up and out of the way. And then we'll start pulling down the soffit and see what we find behind it. Okay, so we're up here on the roof. You can see my tools and stuff laying down there. I got my ladder set up right here where the hose is coming up. And just enough angle that I can lay out on the roof and not fall down, but if I drop anything it slides to the ground. So anyway, they had some honeycomb up in here, this year's honeycomb. I just cut it out. I got a clump of bees hiding back in here behind it. Older combs that have actually collapsed but are still being used, and then some newer stuff running down beside that 2x4. Hopefully they're not too deep between these two 2x4s because I'm not going to be able to reach a whole lot. But I mean, I imagine they're just as deep there as they are over here, which maybe I can get to. We'll just have to see how it all works out. But haven't seen the queen. Honestly, haven't really been looking for her. I've been fighting with my daggum vacuum. I probably spent close to an hour trying to make it work for me. So it's wanting to get the hose plugged up with bees, so I'll do suction on it. And then down here, where we ripped off that soffit down here, that masonite, as we were working down, the bees kept running, and they're still flying around down there. So I don't know if a queen ran down there, or if they're just flying down there due to the disruption up here. You know, they're going down there instead because they know there's an entrance. But I don't really see any activity from up here running down there. Just a lot of the foragers flying around down there. So we'll keep working up here. Keep cutting out these combs and vacuuming bees and just see what happens. Just get y'all a quick little update here. I forgot to make a follow-up video last night when I got done with the job, but everything went great. The bees are gentle. I took a few stings, which were, of course, always deserved stings. But really, gentle bees. I just checked them just now, a little bit of smoke, no soot, nothing on them. They didn't bother me. Nobody hurt me, no stings. On the job, I did not identify the queen, but I also wasn't really looking for her. I was in a hurry. My vacuum was messing up a lot, slowed me down. So I didn't really, once I got my vacuum working right, I kind of went gung-ho with it and just tried to get it done. So I'm hopeful. I sucked her up in the vacuum. That was kind of my goal. Like I said, I was sucking up big clumps of bees and not even looking at them. So just popped in the box just now. They are covering their combs, which was a welcome relief because last few jobs I've done, they haven't covered the combs that I transferred, and then I have to end up throwing them all out the next day because the beetles get to them. But they are covering these combs. I transferred just two little sections of combs, about 4 inches by 4 inches, that's it. So they're covering those up, no beetles on them, bees all over the inside of the box. So I put in 2 frames with right cell foundation in them, and went ahead and opened up the entrance reducer on the queen excluder setting, so the foragers should be able to get in and out now. But hopefully the queen can't get out, so they won't abscond them. But it seems like they're happy. I took the lid off. They didn't come boiling out. They flew out, obviously, because they've been pinned up for 24 hours. But they didn't come boiling out like crazy, just trying to get away. But everything seems good. You can see my nice new box here, my bright orange boxes that I'm using. And they're clumping up on this frame, so we'll go ahead and turn that frame around by the entrance, maybe help them find their way in the entrance there. They can't get in. I mean, the box, there's cracks along the bottom. Of course, y'all can see the crack right there where the bottom board joins the box, but I don't think they can actually get in it. Oh, maybe they can. There, my staple pulled out there on the corner. My staple pulled out when I moved the box, so they might actually be able to squeeze in through there if they really want to. But right now, anyway, I'm hopeful they'll stay. So everybody seemed happy inside. Quick peek, I didn't see the queen. Like I said, just now I looked in there again. I didn't see her on the comb. She could have been anywhere on the side of the box. Well, here's our queen. Wasn't really looking for her. Wasn't really planning on catching her, but noticed all the bees clumped up on the outside of the box like they were thinking about absconding. So I came out here and started smoking them back in because it's evening time. Started smoking them back in, and lo and behold, there she was. So I've got her cage now in this introduction cage, and I'm going to catch a couple of nurse bees to shove in there with her. And I'm going to shove a cork in here and put her back in the box, and hopefully if I cage her in the hive for a couple days, that will actually make them stay. That is the hope and the plan. We'll see what happens.